The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skin care, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
Test 1 2, test 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Joel, are you there?
We can't hear you, Jolie, but I guess send us a text if you can hear us, if we've got audio now. Second quarter underway. Lincoln up 8-5. O'Fallon the basketball. Camper goes to Rush. Rush three out of the corner. Up, in and out, no good. Rebound. Harris there. Smith the basketball. No, batted around, and Gowan comes out of there with it. Lincoln the other way. O'Fallon looks like they've switched defenses, Josh. Looks like they've gone to more of a zone.
Yeah, they're going zone. It's kind of throwing the Railers off. The first possession there in the second quarter, the Railers threw it away. It was Keon and Gowan on that one sideline, just kind of sitting over there, and Keon gave Gowan a pass too close to the sideline, lost off balance. We threw it away. Came down here and got a stop, but again, we're off kilter. It seems like this team so far, it's hard or difficult for them to get going when they switch defenses. They're not in tune as far as going man to zone offense.
Well, it looks like we've got sound back at least, Josh, so hopefully folks can hear us at home. Nelson, the basketball. Bivin, they go inside to Cook, thrown away. Cook couldn't handle the pass. Here comes O'Fallon. Rush quickly the other way. A couple of NBA steps up, no good. Rush gets his own rebound up, no good, and I think Cookie's going to get hit with his foul. Let's see. Yep. And that's going to mean Peyton Cook's going to have to go out of the basketball game. Josh Tyler Saucy going to have to come back in.
Gosh, his second again. Same thing this morning when he got in foul trouble with early in the second quarter. And, as we saw, it didn't fare well for the Railers. I mean, we just didn't get a lot of good looks. And we struggled to rebound when he was not out there. So, Peyton, we haven't had to worry about that a whole lot this season up until really the last couple games.
Jadine Rush up and no good. Bivin the rebound, still 8-5. Missed them both. Carson the basketball. Carson, right wing Nelson. O'Fallon gone more to almost looks like a 2-3 zone, and they've really extended it.
Yeah.
In the corner, Bivin, long shot up, no good. And here comes O'Fallon quickly the other way. Jadine Rush out front. Goes in the corner to Harris. Harris out front, Rush. Camper right wing. Tried to go inside Smith. Ball knocked away. Good interior defense, and Carson comes out of there with it.
I'd like to get Nelson open on this zone a couple times.
Nelson stop and pop three. A Chris Coyne State Farm three. Cammie Nelson hits that three, and we have a timeout on the floor. O'Fallon's coach, Brian Muniz, didn't like what he saw. It's a 30-second timeout. Josh, let's hear from some of our sponsors. Video live stream sponsors, Heartland Community College in Lincoln, Schneider Masonry, Blades Hair and Nail Salon, Me Realty, Culvers of Lincoln, Joe Ryan Country Financial, our video live stream sponsors. And I think Ryan's getting some crowd shots from the Lincoln fans sitting across the way. Radio sponsors include Me Realty, Culvers of Lincoln, Chase Lowry, Edward Jones Financial, Headline Salon, Town and Country Bank, all proud sponsors of Lincoln Railer basketball.
Well, good little run there. We talked about, you saw once they came in with the zone, Jay, Nelson was on the bench, came right back in to try to be the zone buster. And nice to see Cam get one. I know he was frustrated after this morning's game, just couldn't get anything to fall. And kind of this one was in transition almost, something that he's not really accustomed to. But in transition, we get a little momentum going, and Nelson lines it up and drops a three down.
If you're our coaching staff, you've got to love the energy that they've come out with so far here in the first half, Josh, because they really are playing with a lot of energy at this point, considering what they went through earlier this morning. And a turnover by O'Fallon goes back to Lincoln. Railers up 11-5 with 6:07 to go here in the half.
Yeah, this is kind of one of those games we talked about earlier. It's like an 8 a.m. baseball game or basketball, whatever. Usually the guys that want to be there are the ones that come out victorious. And right now the Railers look like they're okay to be playing their second game of the day.
We called those games only games that cheerleaders and parents could love. Man. Carson, Hayes, posting Biven at the free throw line. You know, I think Biven can take that big kid. Nelson, 3 on the way. Got another one! Another Chris Coyne State Farm 3 for Cam Nelson. That was a bomb, and it's 14-5 Lincoln. Wilmoth going to drive baseline. Hayes and Sassi with pretty good defense. Let's see who's going to get the foul. Could be between either one of them. Drew Hayes going to pick up the foul there. His first, the team's third. And Colby Wilmoth, their 6'7" senior, going to go to free throw line. Wilmoth up and no good. Back of the iron.
He made that long 3 there in the first quarter and really been pretty quiet ever since.
You know, Josh, I noticed in their game against MacArthur, they didn't shoot free throws very well. They were 11 of 19. 6 of 19 from three-point land. Colby Wilmoth, second one up and got the second one. Makes it 14-6, 5:32 to go here in the half. Glad you joined us here on a Thursday afternoon for Railer basketball live from Collinsville High School. Carson out front, got his pocket picked by Rush. Carson tried to get it back. Here comes Rush quickly the other way. Layup coming good.
Yeah, the Raiders really done a good job of handling the ball for the most part. Not a lot of turnovers this morning and done a real good job here, but a lot of stagnant, not a lot of movement right now for the Raiders with this against this zone.
Nelson, another bomb. That was short. Ball rebounded in the corner. And quickly the other way. Chapman got in the corner. Smith now in the corner on the offensive side for O'Fallon. Back out to Rush. Back to Smith in the corner. Smith, long skip pass to Harris. Harris, they're posting Chapman up since he and Sassi are having quite a battle inside. In the corner, Wilmoth, Rush, Smith. They move the ball around the perimeter. Ball knocked away. Good defense by Biven. Good hands.
Yeah, tipped away. Biven had a couple of those this morning. Tip-aways and led to, he's going.
Oh, Nelson feels it. Oh, in and out. Ball batted around. Good hustle by Biven, and Wilmoth comes out of there with it.
Yeah, he liked where he was, and you know we watched him long enough. When he gets going, he can fill it up as well as anyone, and he's feeling now. Even though he's missed a couple, he likes to where his shot's at.
That one looked pretty good. He'd gotten himself set, and he was ready to shoot that thing. They go inside Smith. Back out front, Rush. Rush almost traveled with the basketball. Step back 3. Up. It's an air ball, and it might have been hit, but I think it's going to go Lincoln way.
Yeah, good defense by the Railers. They've done a really good job ever since Wilmoth hit that 3 deep. We've not allowed any 3-point, maybe a couple shots, but really contested 3. Like that one was a 3-point shot, but it was really well contested. So the Railers really doing a good job of moving and closing out on shooters.
Carson works against Rush. O'Fallon still in some type of zone defense. Looks like a 2-3. Out Nelson, 3 on the way. No good. Short. Batted around. Hayes has got it. Ball on the floor. Scramble for it. Jump ball called, and I think it's going to go O'Fallon way.
Yeah, good hustle by Hayes, and Nelson with some quick triggers here last couple possessions. And you can like how you're feeling, but if they don't go in, you've got to again move the ball. But I think Coach, just because of this zone is a little bit different than what they've seen before, they're going to let him let it fly. Hopefully he can get him on a roll, hit 2 or 3 in a row.
Trey Schilling going to come back in the basketball game. It looks like Cam Nelson going to take a seat. There's somebody else we can get going here with a couple of threes. Trey Schilling knocked down a couple of threes here.
Yeah. There's plenty left in there because we didn't hit a whole lot of them this morning.
No. O'Fallon still in the backcourt. Camper in the backcourt gets it quickly ahead. Brown to Harris. Harris, 10-footer in the lane, fouled. And it's either going to be Biven or Hayes. Looks like Biven. Jake Biven, his first, team's fourth. 14-8 the score. 3:25 to go here in the half.
The Raiders have done a good job. 8 points here. 3:25 left in the second quarter. And they've held now 9 for O'Fallon. They've struggled against the 1-2-2 as well.
Harris, the first one up and good. 14-9 the score. Second one up and good, 14-10. And those of you who thought the shot clock was going to impact scoring, well, it hasn't.
Nope.
Not so far. Not the games we've seen. Biven got trapped. Long, dangerous pass. Schilling got it. Carson and Saucy play catch with it out front. 3:12 to go. 20 on the shot clock now for Lincoln.
Really spread here. Now they're starting to pressure. Railer's got to get somebody at the free throw line and the short porch area. Now go low.
Into Bivin. Bivin, had Hayes down low, but Bivin hits the 10-footer in the lane. That's his game, Josh, right there.
High-low is there. You're right. Great shot again by Bivin, but I just did hear see Coach Greg Alexander tell Coach Ewald that it's there, and I think what they're talking about is the high-low.
Thrown away. Schilling goes for the layup. Oh, didn't get it. Bivin to Carson up. No good. Bivin battles for the rebound. Carson goes after it, and Matt O'Fallon comes out with it. Hayes bats it away. Wilmoth trapped at the half-court line, and a timeout, O'Fallon. 30-second timeout. Wow, let's keep it right here. A lot of action, but not a lot of scoring, Josh.
Yeah, a lot of action, but no outcome. Really unfortunate because we had another point blank. Schilling misses a layup, and then Keon gets the ball back off the rebound and misses pretty much another point blank shot that is a hard one because he's so small and there doesn't want to get blocked, but definitely a shot I think he would tell you that he should have made. So 2 opportunities the Railers miss out on.
Thanks again to many of our fine sponsors: the Carpet House, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Capsil Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Eaton Corporation, and Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance, and of course Chicago Street Rentals, our tip-off sponsor. Don't forget Me Realty, the list of the game, and unfortunately because of a shortened pregame today, we were unable to do the Me Realty list of the game. We'll try and catch up with that. But I certainly think, Josh, that if we had some keys to the game, handling pressure, knocking shots down, and trying to keep your legs fresh would probably be the 3 keys to this basketball game.
Right, yeah. Try to keep fresh and keep a solid group out there with some legs. And I think, hit it on earlier, just get off to a good start.
16-10, the Lincoln lead, and O'Fallon Harris nearly turned it over out front. Goes down low, inside to Chapman, and blocked by Drew Hayes from behind. You know, Josh, with Cook out of the game this time, we haven't played too bad, especially inside.
Right, we've done a good job. Much better rebounding today. I'm sure that was a topic of conversation.
Harris drives. The Railers surround him. Harris throws it way up in the air. Schilling comes out of there with it.
Yeah, in between games and before the game we got to rebound and do a lot better job of getting down and moving some guys out. Be more,
Schilling.
More physical.
Carson, Bivin. Back out front to Carson. Working the high-low. You got Bivin posting its free throw line and Hayes running the baseline. Now O'Fallon really going to ramp up the pressure. In the corner, Carson, 3 on the way. A long 3. Up, no good. Battle on the floor. Wilmoth comes out of there with it. Harris to Rush. Rush just across the timeline. Rush will set it up against the Lincoln zone. They go Wilmoth in the corner. Wilmoth back out front to Rush. Harris. Camper, long 3, up, no good, back to the iron. Rebound, Bivin comes out of there with it.
Yeah, good job of Jake. Another great job of boxing out for the Railers, and Jake going to extend and go attack that rebound.
Schilling on I'd call it a fast break. 1 pass up the floor, and Schilling with a Chris Coyne State Farm 3.
Basically like the one that Nelson did just a little bit ago.
Yeah. Carson kicked it up ahead. Schilling stepped up, knocked the shot down. 19-10, the Lincoln lead. Harris out front. Goes to Rush. Rush going to drive in. Railers surround him, and there's going to be a foul. Got to say, Josh, our defense is swarming around their guys driving.
Yeah, we're driving. But I'd like to see a couple guys on the end result, the last guy, step in there and take a charge. You know, Ed Bolby was really good at that. I remember Gavin Block was really, really good at that. And it just, like we talk about the block shot, put something in the back of your mind, so does that charge.
Wilmoth, 10-footer over Hayes, didn't get it, and good defense by Drew Hayes on Colby Wilmoth, giving up a couple inches and probably 25, 30 pounds. Schilling back out front to Keon Carson. 40 seconds to go. 26 on the shot clock. Ball thrown away. Saved by O'Fallon inbounds. Here they come the other way. Camper behind the back dribble. Lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, and credit Keon. He tried to step in the way and strip that basketball from him. He didn't strip it, but he threw him way off balance, and Camper dribbled it out of bounds.
Caused enough interference that Camper made the turnover. Keon Carson with the ball in the backcourt, and the shot clock is off. 27 seconds to go here in the half. Lincoln up 9 on O'Fallon, 19-10. Saucy in the corner, Hayes. Out front, Schilling. Railers going to run some clock here and go for the last shot.
A hole for one now, 15.
Schilling. They're really fronting Keon Carson, not wanting to let him get the basketball. Now he gets it out front.
Got to go. 7 seconds.
7 seconds. Saucy into Hayes, looking for the cutter. There he is, shilling out of the corner. 3 on the way. No! And at the end of one half, it is Lincoln 19, O'Fallon 10. Let's send it back to the station for a 2-minute word from some of our sponsors. That'll give Josh enough time to go grab some statistics. So
And Schneider Chiropractic halftime show. Josh Connick, Jay Harden, and Ryan all here on the camera. The Railers at halftime are up 19-10 over the Panthers from O'Fallon High School. And Jay, we talked about it. It's going to be tough. Second game of the day, coming off our second victory, our second loss of the season. I thought the Railers have looked really good. Maybe not perfectly, in the game-wise, but I'm talking just good effort, and the bench was into it. Coaches were ready, so I think they're ready to go.
Ryan and I were just talking about that. You could kind of tell maybe the Railers want to be here a little bit more than the O'Fallon Panthers.
Right.
And Josh, that's part of wearing that red and green. You wore it for 3 years. I've known a lot of guys who've worn it over the years. There's a pride element that comes into play, and frankly, you get a couple of wins in here before the first of the year, and it makes practice go a lot easier for the next few days.
Yeah, they'll probably get a little break once they get back and pick back up on Monday. But you're right. You don't want to leave here with a sour taste. I think even last year when the Railers won their fifth place game, it was just some momentum going into the second half of the season, and we know that the Railers had a great second half of the season last year. So you're right. We talked about it. You can easily go 1-3 here, or you can turn around and go 3-1. How do you want to end, I guess?
And we know Coach wants to win, and we all want to win, but I also think that Coach won't feel too bad if you can walk out of here 3-1 and with the fifth place trophy again. You've done a pretty good job coming into this tournament with this competition and walking out with 3 victories.
Yeah, you're right. We're going to see, win or lose, we're going to see another good team tomorrow at 1 or 2:30. So, yeah, you're right. We saw good competition every game here. Our first game wasn't great, but they gave us some problems in some different areas that we don't see a lot of. And obviously, Belleville East is a good basketball team. Haven't lost a game yet this year, and here O'Fallon is giving us a good game here. 19-10 at half. The Railers up, 5:40 left. We'll go through the scoring. First for O'Fallon, not a lot of it, just 10 points. 4 points for Kobe Wilmoth. That was on 1 3-pointer and a free throw. And then a couple guys with 2. Jaden Rush, Renee Harris, and Will Brown Jr. with 2 points. O'Fallon, O'Fallon 3 of 18 from the field, 1 of 9 from three-point land, and 3 of 6 from the free throw line. They've got 13 total rebounds, 3 of them offensive. 1 assist on 7 turnovers, 1 block, and 2 steals for O'Fallon. The Railers are led here by Camden Nelson. Nelson with 2 Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointers and a layup to give him 8. 4 points apiece for Peyton Cook and Jake Biven. Jake continues to play good basketball down here in Collinsville. And Trey Schilling with a 3-pointer. The Railers 8 of 22 from the field, 3 of 12 from the 3-point line. And again, Jay did not shoot a free throw this morning, have yet to shoot a free throw yet. Cause of concern for me because it's a lack of aggressiveness and getting to the basket and trying to make things happen. So I'm a little concerned about that part of it. We're just not getting some easy baskets from the line.
That's always one thing that bothers me because you want to get to the free throw line. You want to cause other teams to get into foul trouble. It's free throws and you score with the clock stopped. Why wouldn't you want to get to the free throw line?
Railers were out rebounded 40-20 this morning. The Railers winning the rebounding battle right now 17-13. They've got 17 total rebounds, 4 of them offensive, 5 assists on 8 turnovers for the Railers, a little higher than normal here at half, and 1 block and 3 steals. Again, the Railers up 19-10. We'll send it back to the studios and be back with second half action. You're in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
And Josh saw him come out of the locker room with 3:11 to go, so obviously Coach probably fairly happy with their first half performance. I would think you limit O'Fallon to 10 points, you've got to be happy. But got to be happy also, as we said, with the energy that they've played with here in this first half. Now it's going to be interesting to see. You get Peyton Cook back for the second half. Can Cook put up a big second half and put O'Fallon away here in the second half?
Yeah, you're right, and they're gonna give us a run. There's no doubt about it. I think it's huge. This is really kind of a point on the scoreboard. I think we're up 9. You can extend this thing to 15, 17 in a hurry, or you can also go the other way and let them get back, make it a 3-point game pretty fast also. So Coach always talks about the first 3 minutes of the second half is always a big tall tale, I guess, of what's going to happen in the game or can happen in the game. And I think if you bury him, especially when you've been in the second game, this is your second game of the day, if you can bury him early and get up 15, 17, and somewhere around there, and they may cash it in.
Their pressure in their zone caused us a little bit of trouble there in the second quarter, Josh. We got a little stagnant, looked a little confused at times. Good learning experience for this basketball team.
Well, it's taken a little bit longer for this team to pick up man to zone or zone to man than some of the prior teams that we've had that just tend to just flow right into it. It doesn't take them anything. You don't have to listen to the coach. And with experience, that will come.
Second half underway. We get started here. Carson the basketball quickly down the floor to Schilling in the corner. O'Fallon going to ramp up the pressure. There's Carson. Carson in the lane. Looks like he got fouled.
Yeah, on the ground now. Carson, good penetration again, getting in the teeth of the defense, and the Railers will pick up a foul on the Panthers. They're first.
Inbounds to Saucy. Saucy back out front, and Carson lost the ball, gets it back to Saucy. Saucy to Carson. Out front, Tyler. Schilling. Out front, Biven to Cook. Cook, cheat him on him. Cook out front, Biven, the screen. There's Cook, back to Carson, to Cook, 16 on the shot clock. Handoff Schilling. Schilling to Keon Carson, the Cookie Monster. Cook going to drive in the lane, looking for the cutter. Carson. Keon going to drive in, kick to Saucy. Saucy drives it in the lane. Stopped from 18. No. Didn't hit anything. Goes out of bounds. It'll be an air ball, a shot clock violation, and go over to O'Fallon.
Yeah, that was one where Tyler, that's not his normal shot. He wouldn't normally take that, I don't think, but he start to feel the pressure a little bit of the shot clock coming down. And if he didn't, it was going to be a shot clock violation.
Renee Harris out front with a basketball. Goes to Jadine Rush, their point guard, and Rush will set their offense. Goes in the corner, Harris. Harris now trapped by Railers. They go inside to Wilmoth. Up against Cook, and got him for a travel, Josh. The out official called travel.
You were going to hear something come out of this microphone. That would have it got me a little energy there.
Out official called the travel. We thought for a second it was going to be a foul, considering some of the calls we've seen earlier. And the turnover goes back to Lincoln. 6:54 to go here in the third quarter. Lincoln up 19-10. Carson. And another foul on Rush.
Yeah, 2 team fouls now for the Panthers. So obviously we haven't been able to get to the free throw line via our aggressive play or driving to the hoop. Maybe we can get to the free throw line on being in the bonus.
So Carson will try it one more time. Jadine Rush trying again to hound him. Gets it to Schilling. Schilling to Cook, to Keon. Keon going to go left, go for the layup, got fouled again and drops it in.
Yeah, and that's a play they like to just isolate the point guard. I remember we've ran it for years. I know Paulus did it a lot last year because he was strong and physical and could get to the rim. Carson just kind of lulls him to sleep, and then boom, goes to his left-hand drive and lays it up with the right hand and got fouled.
Earlier today, we saw Belleville East take away the right-hand move, the right-hand dribble for him. Nice to see him go to his left.
You're right.
Free throw up, no good. Belleville players.
More importantly, one of their better players had 3 fouls now that just went to the bench.
Yep. Renee Harris still in the backcourt, still in the backcourt, gets it to Smith. Smith nearly thrown away.
Thought it was about 10.
Yep, in the corner. Shot out of the corner, up, no good. Cook comes out of there with it. Wilmoth had it, and we got the ball.
Schilling doing a really good job tonight of getting on the boards. He's not getting a lot of those rebounds, but he's not letting the guy that's his man get it. And that time he battled 2 Panthers. He got the tip away, and then it tipped it to Cook.
Railer spread the floor against the O'Fallon, now back into man-to-man. Biven and Camper having a good battle there. There's the back cut to Saucy. Saucy up, got it blocked. Couldn't handle the pass, got it blocked on the shot. Ball back to O'Fallon. Wilmoth, the long 3, left side, up, around, and out, no good. Schilling the board.
Yeah, good job of boxing out there by Saucy, too. Hustle his butt off to get back on defense, and then with a nice box out.
Schilling out front, Saucy to Biven. Looking inside to Cook. You're wanting that to go into the post, aren't you?
I want him to go. One of the first points of the game, we had Cook on the same matchup down in the block.
Into Biven. Biven going to take his man. Camper, 10-foot turnaround, good. Jake Biven with his strength, Josh, he's tough in the lane.
Well, and he's been on a nice little roll. Jake has it here in Collinsville of that 10-footer, maybe 15 at the most. And Jake providing some much-needed scoring for the Railers.
Wilmoth got in a lot of trouble in the corner, hounded by the Railers. Cross-court skip pass to Camper. Isaiah Camper now between the circles. Gets it to Smith. Jalen Smith, long shot by Wilmoth, up, no good, and Biven hauls down the rebound. Biven to Keon Carson. Carson quickly ahead to Schilling. Schilling back out to Keon at the volleyball line. Right in front of the Lincoln bench. They go inside Biven. Biven looking to take him again. Nope. Schilling out of the corner. Got it. A Chris Coyne State Farm 3. And Trey Schilling, and look at the Lincoln bench. This crowd rises to its feet. 26-10 the Lincoln lead. 4:34 to go here in the third quarter. This is a full timeout. Let's go ahead and keep it right here, Josh. Our video live stream sponsors tonight. Heartland Community College in Lincoln is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln.
Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654.
Blades Hair and Nail Salon located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213.
Me Realty located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, whether buying or selling, trusted professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out MeRealty.com.
Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butter Burger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. And Joe Ryan, Country Financial, located at 509 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln. Call 217-735-4385. And again, condolences to Joe and his family. His mother passed away on Monday. Sue Ryan was a longtime Lincoln College employee. And our condolences and prayers to Joe, you, and your family.
Railers up here, 26-10, 4:27 left in the third quarter on a big three-pointer from Trey Schilling to extend this to 16-point lead.
Lincoln, the defense hounding O'Fallon, and Camper tried to pass it off to Cheatham, or to Harris, and Lincoln ends up with the basketball. Biven, they got to get it inside to Cook. When he's posting that way, they need to get it into the monster. Up and no good. Back of the iron. Yeah. Rebound. Smith pulls it out of there.
Just got to be a little stronger and make a little bit more of a move. Number 2's back in with 3 fouls.
Yep. Rush back in. Carson goes down. Here comes Rush to the free throw line. Thought he walked. Nope. Rush free throw line. Gets it to Harris. Harris to Camper, left wing. Camper back out front to Jadine Rush with 3 fouls. Camper trapped in trouble.
Off
Ball
his leg.
Off of his leg. That's right, off of O'Fallon's leg. Jalen Smith off his leg, lost it out of bounds. Turnover back to Lincoln. Our defense, Josh, been pretty good tonight.
Yeah, we're moving much better. You can tell when we're moving and the team's struggling to get shots off, then we're starting to move all the balls in the air.
Carson gets around Camper. Carson in the lane. Kick out Biven. Nice fake. Biven back out front to Carson.
Oh, a shot fake, and I think Jake would have had a wide open layup ahead. He just went in for it.
Keon Carson is all over the place tonight. Schilling out front, goes to Keon Carson. Carson back out front, Schilling. Schilling, Saucy. Saucy, Schilling, and Saucy drug the pivot foot. 3:06 to go here in the third quarter. Drew Hayes going to come back in. Drew Hayes in for Tyler Saucy. Lincoln up 26-10, 3:03 to go here in quarter number 3, a fresh 35 for O'Fallon. They go the other way. Working around the Lincoln defense. Camper goes inside Harris on Cook. Cook, nice defense. Up, ball no good.
Gotta have
Rebound, Smith under the basket. Cook, and what's the call? Traveling on Smith, so another turnover on O'Fallon.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but we got to have that rebound. We had 3 Railers in there, and most of them bigger than Smith, and we couldn't come away with it.
Lincoln with a 16-point lead. Schilling ahead. Oh, had Hayes cutting down the lane. Back out front to Keon Carson. Carson, Biven. Biven in trouble. Then to Carson. Carson layup time, got it. 28-10, the Lincoln lead.
Yeah, they just left Keon open. 2 guys, miscommunication by the Panthers, and Keon with a very easy hoop.
Mario Brown thought he traveled there, kicks it out to Camper. 3 on the way, up, no good. Rebound, Hayes hauls it down. Lincoln coming the other way. Carson gets around Brown in the corner. Schilling, 3 on the way. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! 31-10 on a Chris Coyne. State Farm 3-pointer. And a full timeout by the O'Fallon Panthers. Josh, let's go ahead and keep it right here. Sponsors for the radio game: Carpet House, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Capsil, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Eaton Corporation, Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance, and Chicago Street Rentals. But Josh, you can feel this team's on a roll right now.
Yeah, making shots helps, right? And the coaches said that. We knew that, and we're starting to make shots. The defense is really causing the Panthers some trouble. They can't figure out where to pass it, where to get a shot. They've turned the ball over here several times in this third quarter, and what they have at half, Jay? 19-10. They haven't scored in the third, so 2 minutes left here in the third. The Railers pitching a shutout so far, and you see the smiles on the guys' faces. Schilling with some excitement after his last couple of shots from the corner for 3s. So nice to see after your loss, you come back and be ready to go.
Lincoln up 31-10, a 21-point lead over the O'Fallon Panthers, who came into the game 10-3 and 5-1 in the Southwest Conference. Their lone loss in the Southwest, I believe, had been to Belleville East.
Yeah.
So O'Fallon, length of the floor to go, and Lincoln gets to set up the 1-2-2 press. O'Fallon looking to get it in, finally gets it into Rush. Rush goes to Harris, and he gets it across the half-court line back to Rush. Rush, volleyball line between the circles, goes right wing, hounded by Biven. Looking inside to Smith, back out front Rush. Rush, Brown. They go in the corner, Smith, baseline, back out front Rush. Good Railer defense keeping the ball out of the middle right now. Out front Harris. Harris to Brown. Brown. Rush. Rush on Biven. And the shot clock running down. 3 on the shot clock. They throw up a wild 3, and it was a shot clock violation. However, Hayes pulled down the rebound before the shot clock went off. Hayes out front. Carson back out front to Hayes.
Now it looks like O'Fallon will go to their zone again almost.
Drew Hayes goes in the corner. Cook back out front to Hayes. Carson back out front Hayes. Now they're doing a little run and jump trap into Cook. Cook to Carson. Keon 3 on the way. Ball was blocked out of the air. Biven picks it up. Going to have to get a shot off. Carson throws it up. Didn't get it off before the shot clock went off.
Yeah, they tried to run a play against the zone and got it to Cook where they wanted. Just too many guys there, and then it looks like the guy where he was going to pass it was covered.
So 47.4 to go here in the third quarter. O'Fallon gets a fresh 35. They can't really. And Carson nearly steals the ball, knocked it back out of bounds. Rush will go inside to go into Brown, back to Rush. Rush against the 1-2-2. Rush against Carson. Goes to Harris. Harris across the timeline, drives down the lane. Outside to Rush. Jadine Rush, long three. No. Line drive, missed it. Schilling the rebound.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's a much better job of boxing out by the team in red here that rather than this morning where we didn't do a whole lot of it. It's only red jerseys around the basket on the rebounds for the most part.
Hayes way out front. Railers can run the clock out here. Bivin, they'll go for one shot. Out front, Carson.
Let's see if we can get some sort of backdoor. O'Fallon really trying to turn up the pressure a little bit more.
There's Cookie Monster. Cookie going to go spinning in the lane. Cook, I think he got fouled. No call. Wilmoth blocked it. Harris, the long 70-footer. Up and no good. Hit the backboard. At the end of 3 quarters, Raiders pitched a shutout. In the 3rd quarter, it's Lincoln 31, O'Fallon 10. We'll send it to the station for 60 seconds and come back with quarter number 4. You're listening to Railer Basketball on WLCN FM 96.3. Basketball to start the 4th quarter here at Collinsville. Lincoln up 21 points, 31-10. You heard me right. Lincoln pitched a shutout in the 3rd quarter. Colby Wilmoth 3 out of the corner, didn't get it. Ball, Bivin battles for the ball. Harris took it away, and now Hayes takes it away from him. Ball on the floor, battle for it. And it looks like there's a foul called on O'Fallon.
Yeah, good hustle by both Hayes and Bivin underneath. I think Hayes had it and got ripped away, then Bivin had it, or vice versa. And anyway, one of the Railers came away with it and got fouled. So 4 team fouls on O'Fallon. No fouls on the Railers here in the second half.
Cage Kingsley into the basketball game, giving Keon Carson a little bit of a break. Handoff out front, Schilling. Schilling to Hayes. Hayes going to spin in the lane. Tried to kick it back out to Schilling. Ball batted away. Those long arms of O'Fallon. Colby Wilmoth's going to get fouled by Schilling 30 feet from the basket.
Yeah, not a bad foul, though. No fouls for the Railers until now, and Schilling kind of stopped the ball, stopped the momentum of what O'Fallon had going.
Renee Harris will have the basketball for O'Fallon. Top of the key goes to Rush. Rush back out front to Harris, to Isaiah Camper. They go inside to Wilmoth. He's not done much inside. Most of his stuff's been done from the outside, what little he's made, and ball knocked out of bounds by Lincoln to go back to O'Fallon right in front of their bench. 7:12 to go here in the basketball game. Again, Lincoln up 31-10. O'Fallon hasn't scored in a long time. Jadine Rush to Renee Harris, to Rush, to Harris. Ball batted away by Schilling, and Wilmoth gets it in the lane. 10-foot turnaround, got it. That's their first points in I don't know how many minutes, Josh. At least 8, probably close to 10.
Yeah. 31-12 now, 6:45 left here in the game for the Railers and the Panthers.
Oh, and Bivin got a little bit of pressure and tried to throw to Cook in the corner. Ball went out of bounds. It will go to O'Fallon.
Yeah, here you just don't want to get lackadaisical. You got a big lead and want to get careless with the ball and finish this thing out the way it's supposed to be.
Kingsley pressuring Rush. Gets it across the timeline to Harris. Harris pushed off a little bit on Bivin. Rush.
Oh, steal.
Nice steal by Schilling. Ball batted around. Bivin saves it from going out of bounds. Kick back into Hayes. Hayes quickly ahead to Kingsley. Need to take good care of the basketball here. Schilling. Bivin to Cook. Cook going to go down the lane on Wilmoth. And I think they're going to get, let's see what it's called. The foul's going to be on Wilmoth, I believe.
Drive by Cook, and again, the Railers attacking the basket. 5 team fouls on the Panthers. 6:15 left here to go on the 4th. Kingsley with a nice couple minutes. Give Keon a break here to try to finish this game out.
Ball inbounds by Lincoln under their basket. They're looking inbounds, looking to get it to Bivin. Bivin drives in against Camper. Bivin handoff to Cook. Cookie Monster, step back shot up, no good. Ball batted around. Bivin comes out of there with it. Bivin, spin move in the lane, good.
Yeah, Jake, he's been our MVP for the tournament, I think, Jay. He's been excellent. Maybe not your leading scorer every game, but, man, he rebounds, he defends, and he's been scoring about 8 or 10 a game here in Collinsville. And just a really nice tournament so far for the senior.
Harris goes in between 3 Railers, and Cook swatted it out of the air, but he's going to get called for the foul. Yeah, that's not a bad foul. That's not necessarily a bad foul either.
No, it looks like Biven's got 8 tonight and a bunch of rebounds for the Railers.
Renee Harris at the line. First free throw up and good. Makes it 33-13. Lead at 20. 3 fouls on Peyton Cook.
Got to give a shout out to my daughter Reese. It's her birthday today. 8 big ones.
Wow.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Collinsville without her. Without her birthday. I think she's only got to really celebrate it at home one time. That was due to COVID.
Schilling in trouble, gets it out front, Bivin. Bivin to Cook. Cook back out front, Bivin. Bivin had it swatted away by 42 Harris. Josh, we're going to be in the bonus before you know it.
Yeah, and that really it will be the first free throws for the Railers today, and that's through 2 games.
Well, 32 minutes the last game, we didn't shoot a free throw, and we haven't shot one yet so far.
Nope.
And we're 3+ quarters through this game. So 6th team foul on O'Fallon. Next one, we're shooting bonus. Carson, the basketball, goes in the corner. Schilling into Cook. There's that play. Cook went up. Thought he got fouled. No call. Wilmoth comes out of there with it.
How's that not a foul? Almost choked him.
Yes. And ball batted away. Cook got a paw in the lane, knocked it off the backboard. Hayes grabbed it, get it to Carson. Schilling, Carson, out front Hayes. Bivin, Cookie in the corner. Cook, back out front Carson. Keon going to drive in the lane, got in the trees to Bivin. Bivin, there's that 10-footer up and good.
Well, he's been money, hasn't he?
Wow, Jake Bivin. That was probably more from about 12-15, but it was money.
Stop on a dime.
35-13, the Lincoln lead. Out front, Colby Wilmoth. Jadine Rush goes inside to Smith. Down low to Trey Gilliam. Gilliam tries to get it in the trees, and a foul called.
Well, I don't know how that was a foul down there, and Cooks wasn't on this end.
Jake Bivin going to get nailed for the foul there. His second, the team's third. Trey Gilliam going to go to the line for O'Fallon. Up and good. 35-14, 4:29 to go here in the basketball game. Jake Bivin going to come out to a nice round of applause from this Lincoln crowd, and a lot of high fives there on the bench as he goes down to the end of the bench.
Yeah, no question. Jake plays as hard as anybody does on our roster, game in and game out.
Second one up, no good. Ball batted around, and the free throw shooter comes out with a rebound. Up and no good. He's going to go at the line again. Foul on Drew Hayes. And Josh, that's one thing you don't expect, drives coaches nuts. The free throw shooter gets his own rebound off a missed free throw.
Yeah, it doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, you're right. You're not usually necessarily liked by the coach at that point.
No. Trey Gilliam misses the first of 2 free throws, still 35-14. Second one, got the second one, dropped it home, 35-15. Carson quickly the other way, quickly ahead to Nelly. Camden Nelson back in the basketball game for Lincoln. Carson dribbled it off of his foot, off of another foot. Hayes picked it up. Lincoln gets a timeout, 30-second timeout. We will go ahead, keep it right here. Again, thanks to all of our wonderful sponsors. Me Realty does the list of the game. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butter Burger. Got to tell Ryan, hey, Ryan, if your kid orders Butter Burgers, they're a heck of a lot cheaper than the filet at the Longhorn Steakhouse.
For lunch.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like tomorrow, too, Jay, there's a chance of the Railers either at 1. Does this not go well for the Railers, we'll play at 1. If it does go well, we come out on top, we'll be at 2:30. Is that how you see it?
Yes, and don't jinx it, because if we end up playing at 1, you're in trouble. Coach is going to say you jinxed it. You're in trouble.
Did not say. I'm just giving you the options here. I'm not counting this. I'm not chalking this one up yet. I'm just saying there's 2 options.
I think if we end up losing a 20-point lead with 4 minutes to go in a basketball game, Coach's hair is going to be whiter than what it is already.
Yeah, they may not leave the gym tonight. No. They'll be practice all night and then play tomorrow.
One of your 3 practices on New Year's Day. Schilling inbounds at half court right in front of the scorer's table. Looking, gets it into Keon. Keon in the backcourt against Isaiah Camper. Keon, there's the back door. Bad pass. And Smith takes it away. Here comes Smith quickly the other way. Ball tipped away, and it's going to stay O'Fallon basketball.
Yeah, sometimes that you, as a passer, you anticipate that being open all the time because 90% of the time it is. But those 10% times that it's not, it tends to be a turnover. It's not open, and it's hard to stop from passing it, because if you take a look first, it's probably not going to be open after the time that you've looked. It's all reaction.
Right. Isaiah Camper drives in the 3, and it's 35-18. Quickly ahead, Nelson loses the basketball out of bounds, and Jake Biven going to have to come back in the basketball game. 35-18, the Lincoln lead. 3:46 to go here. In a normal game, Josh, we'd be shooting layups and free throws right now, but that 35-second clock makes it a little bit different.
Right, and you make a good point, too. The Railers will be in the bonus on the next foul, so be strong with the ball and keep playing here.
Shot in and out. Boy, that thing did everything but go down, and they get the rebound, put it up and in.
Yeah.
Trey Gilliam.
Peyton got to go rebound. Just standing there watching everybody else go rebound, and the Railers give up an easy opportunity. They've been doing a good job of the defensive rebounds, and it's too much standing and watching thinking this thing's over.
Yeah, you don't want to get complacent at this point. Even if you win the basketball game, it won't make coaches happy. Cook out of the corner, 3 on the way. Go to Chris Coyne, State Farm 3 for the big guy. 38-20, the Lincoln lead. 3:04 to go in the basketball game, and Carson knocked the ball out of bounds off of O'Fallon. And the turnover will come back to the Rail Splitters.
Exactly what I was telling Mike Carson the other night when he's playing the point on the press. Every once in a while, if they only keep that one guy up there all the time, go in there.
Oh, my. Keon got it on the back door, laid it up and in, and got the foul.
Go there and try to deny it every once in a while. You never know. You'll catch him off guard a few times a game, and that's what Keon did. He caught him off guard. They threw it kind of out of bounds, and then now on the out-of-bounds play, Keon gets a nice basket and the free throw.
O'Fallon looks like they're throwing in the towel, Josh. They're making wholesale substitutions. They pretty much cleared their bench. Dwayne Cheatham back in the basketball game. He started for him. Carson at the free throw line. 40-20, the Lincoln lead. Oh, missed the free throw. And Gilliam rebounded out of there and muscled some elbows out and out of the way. And ball trapped at half court. Up the floor quickly. Ball out of bounds. Off of number 23, Malachi Mitchell. Malachi Mitchell in the basketball game. Will Brown in the basketball game for O'Fallon. Trey Gilliam in the game. Also in the game, and they don't even list his first name, it's just Saunders listed on the roster online. And Dwayne Cheatham in the corner, Cookie. Back out front, Carson. Keon going to left-hand dribble down the lane, got blocked out of bounds by Will Brown. And substitutions for Lincoln as Schilling, Biven, and Carson take a seat. Gets a hug from Tyler Saucy. Gowan in the basketball game. Nelly in the basketball game. Kingsley in the basketball game. Nelly out of the corner. Chris Coyne, State Farm 3. You betcha. Bottom of the net, 43-20.
Yeah, come right in and fire.
Will Brown in trouble. Lincoln still keeping up the pressure. Ball on the floor. Nelson almost had it. Saunders, the long 3, up short, no good. Ball tipped away. Nelson may come out of there with it, and he gets fouled.
Free throws for Nelson, our first ones of 2 games today. Jay?
Wow.
That's hard to do, I think, to not shoot a free throw in a game. At some point, you think you're going to get fouled underneath the basket or, obviously getting a bonus like we are now. But we've managed to not shooting any yesterday or this morning, and this will be the first ones for Nelson up, and no good.
Didn't get it home, missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Meager and Stevens in the basketball game for Lincoln with 2 minutes to go. Brown, cross-court Saunders. Saunders, the throw in, and Mitchell lost it. Gets it back out front to Brown. Brown to Saunders. They're doing skip passes over the zone. Trapped in the corner is Saunders. Back out front, Gilliam. Gilliam, Saunders. They're playing catch across the zone. Ball on the floor, on the floor, on the floor. Saunders in trouble. Throws to Gilliam. Gilliam throws the ball away. Cheatham couldn't handle the pass. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Lincoln basketball. Minute 31 to go here in the basketball game. They have Saunders' first name in the program. Caden Saunders. There we go. Guess I should read the program instead of doing it offline. Kingsley baseline. Oh, wow. And Trey Gilliam came over, and he's fired up on that block.
He is.
43-20 the Lincoln lead. 1:20 to go.
I think it's safe to say that we'll
Nelson again. Oh, around and out, and rebound goes to Mitchell.
we will be at 2:30 tomorrow.
I think it's safe, yes.
All right. Just in case something crazy happens, I wanted you to get in trouble.
Nope. 43-20 the Lincoln lead. Hey, if we lose a 23-point lead in the last minute, I'm going home.
Yeah, there wouldn't be a good post-game interview. I can tell you that.
No, we'd have some definite technical difficulties then.
Yeah.
Mitchell up and good. Gets an easy bucket.
You would be handling that solo.
Sure, just leave me with the bear. Baseline, Meager tries to take it up, doesn't get it, got it blocked. Mitchell the basketball, 46 seconds to go. Fresh 35 for O'Fallon. Mitchell to Brown. And this one's all over but the shouting. Saunders, Caden Saunders, we finally got his first name. Shot out of the corner, he goes to the ground. Gowan comes out with a rebound. And I imagine, Josh, we pretty much run this one out.
And we won't find out who we play until
because that's the 9 o'clock game. Yeah,
I'm not staying.
No, me neither. Lincoln steals the ball back. Kingsley going to get a layup here. Yep, at the end. Cage Kingsley gets a layup with 13 seconds. So Cage Kingsley gets a deuce in the scorebook and stole the basketball. Here he comes against Brown. Kingsley going to pull it back out. 2-1. And if final score, Lincoln 45 and O'Fallon 22. And your Lincoln Rail Splitters will play tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 p.m. for 5th place here in the Collinsville Holiday Tournament. That's right. 2:30 tomorrow afternoon. Josh and I will have the call. We'll be on the air probably around 2 p.m.
2 years in a row for the 5th.
That's right. 2 years in a row for the 5th place game.
And we talked about it just before we go off air here real quick. Huge momentum burst going into the second half of the season if you could come out of here 3-1.
Right. So now we've got a good chance of going, at least we know we're going to at least be 2-2 and have a good chance at going 3-1 tomorrow afternoon. So right now we're going to send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout and wait for Coach Al to come and join us on the post-game show. This is Lincoln Railer basketball on WLCN FM 96.3. Collinsville High School. And Josh, Lincoln goes now, 12-2 on the season with an impressive 45-22 victory over the Class 4A O'Fallon Panthers, who sat at 5-1 in the Southwest Conference and 10-2 coming into this basketball tournament. And boy, we just played outstanding defense in that basketball game.
Yeah, we were everywhere. Back to like kind of what we had gotten ourselves to on that 8-9 game winning streak that we had. We were really flying at shooters. And also, we did a great job on the boards. Just looking through the stats here, the Railers out-rebounded, seemed like more than this, 30-27 over O'Fallon. But O'Fallon, very athletic and good size. And after getting out-rebounded 40-20 this morning, the Railers come back with a nice effort on the defensive end.
You have some stats there. How about scoring?
Yeah, I'll go through the scoring here. First for O'Fallon, not a lot of it. They had 10 at half. They finished with 22. All those points in the second half were in the fourth quarter. They scored 12 in the fourth quarter. Scoring by quarter went 8-5 after one, and the Railers up a half, 11-5. I'm sorry, 19-10. 12 points in the third for the Railers, 0 for O'Fallon. 14 and 12-point quarters for Lincoln and O'Fallon in the fourth. Again, 45-22. The Railers shoot 7 of 33 from the field for 21%. They were 2 of 20 from three-point land and 6 of 12 from the free throw line. O'Fallon had 27 rebounds, 7 of them offensive. 4 assists on 19 turnovers. That doesn't lead to very good scoring output. 7 blocks and 8 steals for O'Fallon. Their leading scorer tonight was Kobe Wilmoth. He had 5 points. The Railers shoot 19 of 44 from the field for 43%, 7 of 18 from the three-point line, 39%, and 0 of 3 from the free throw line. I guess Keon says in here, Keon went to the free throw line for 2. Do you remember that? I guess,
yeah, he did.
Okay,
yeah.
So we were 0 for 3 from the line. 30 rebounds for the Railers, 8 of them offensive. 13 assists on 15 turnovers, 1 block, and 9 steals. Railers, again, win the points in the paint battle, 14-6. And points off turnovers, the Railers big there, 21-9 over O'Fallon.
So the rebounds today were 30. We had the rebound edge 30-27. Is that right?
Right, correct.
That's impressive, Josh, that we were able to out-rebound them by 3. That's not a small team that they have. They are big, they are athletic, but we did a really good job. And you mentioned this. We were watching it. We saw our kids really boxing guys out. They were pushing them out. You could tell they were boxing out today. It's something we really didn't do that well earlier this morning.
No, and when the ball hits the floor on a rebound, you know you've done a pretty good job of your job of boxing out. So the Railers did that, and when you limit teams to 1 shot, and the Railers got some offense going early, and really I thought their energy was really good for second game of the day, and then just to get off to a good start I thought was key, and I thought the Railer bench was good on that. The fans were helpful in that as well. So good game here to finish out this second day here in Collinsville.
Certainly a nice way to finish out today. And again, we do not know yet who the opponent will be for tomorrow.
Who's it between?
I believe it is Collinsville and Collierville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And we saw both of those teams, and Collierville's, they got a big kid in the middle. They've got quite a bit of size, but most likely they've never seen the 1-2-2.
Right.
We know Collinsville has seen the 1-2-2. They've got a little bit of size, but probably 2 teams that we can at least compete with tomorrow afternoon.
Oh yeah, it'll be a good game. I think Raiders will be. We have to be ready to go, and what's great about it, you can come in here and you control your destiny of going 3-1.
Yeah, we encourage everybody, come on down. It's Friday. Come on, play hooky from work. Heck with it. It's Friday on New Year's Eve weekend. Nobody's going to be doing anything anyway. Play hooky from work. Come on down. Support this Lincoln Rail Splitter basketball team as they go for 5th place here in the Collinsville Holiday Tournament. We are waiting for Coach Al to come up and join us. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back. You're listening to Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM. Collinsville High School, and Coach Al has joined us this evening, this afternoon. I guess it's late afternoon, isn't it? I don't know what time it is. Heck with it.
5:50.
Yeah, happy Coach Al. Nice way to end the day. Good performance by your basketball team this afternoon.
Yeah, it was. We guarded really well. We held O'Fallon to 10 points there through 3 quarters, and they're very athletic and very skilled. I think the loss this morning with them put a punch into them because they're really a good basketball team, and our kids performed. They come out and they executed, and we come up with a lot of loose balls, which we talk about all the time, about being able to make plays and make those 50-50 balls more like 75 ours and 25 theirs. And I think tonight was one of them nights.
Josh and I were very impressed with the energy your kids came out with, and your bench even kind of tried to give them a spark early on, get up and applaud their play, and your kids played with a lot of energy despite a tough loss this morning.
Yeah, the 14-point loss today, it was, 6 points with a couple minutes to go, and, they made their free throws and, made us pay for things, and, Belleville's a very good basketball team. I just don't think we played. We done some things that we're not supposed to do. We didn't do some things that we needed to do to be successful with them, and we could play them again. I don't know if we could beat them, but I would sure like the challenge.
Well, you talked about their defense was not as good as it has been against Belleville. Well, you got out-rebounded 40-20 tonight. You out-rebounded them 30-27. That's a big key here. I saw a lot of guys boxing out sometimes where the ball actually hit the floor on some of the rebounds, and you do that against Belleville East, and maybe it's a even tighter game.
Yeah, they didn't have the big horse in the middle.
Right.
That basically just pushed and placed us where he wanted us to be, and I didn't think we got calls against that, but that's part of the game, and when you're that big, I guess you can do those things.
Coach, maybe the MVP for me so far, and hasn't been really your leading scorer, but man, I think Jake Biven has been excellent. You're going to get his 8 to 10 that he's been getting from there, but his defense and rebounding has been excellent.
He's one of our stronger kids, and it's showing in games like this. And he's made big shots. He's guarded. He hadn't let him penetrate. I thought he got careless there in the fourth quarter, where he had some success making some plays and steals, but there in the fourth quarter they got aggressive to the basket, and he was still trying to play on the high side and didn't take away the seam. But I mean, he's strong enough that he can recover and still fight and push him to the corner. So I would agree with you 100% on that. Jake has had the last 2 days have been outstanding.
Yeah.
Josh and I had noticed that your kids seem to do, I'd say, a better job, if you will, of boxing out. We noticed that they were pushing, and part of that may be the fact that they didn't have that big horse in the middle to kind of push you around, but it looked like the kids really concentrated on pushing out and boxing out. There were a lot of times it was all red shirts around the basket and no O'Fallon kids.
Well, we talked hard about, sometimes our point and wings think it's the responsibility of the backs or, the bigger guys to rebound, where we got to have all 5 guys on the boards. And if we can do that at the defensive end and not let people get second and third shots, we're going to be pretty decent. And this was a big win for us, and the kids are pretty happy about themselves, and they should be.
Yeah, I've got a chance to come out of here in a really tough bracket, Coach, and have your kind of control your own destiny tomorrow. You can go 500 here, or a real good chance to go 3-1, which you did last year.
Yeah, 3-1 will be a good take for us. Like you said, I think we're in the toughest bracket, and Belleville East is a good team, and I think MacArthur's an outstanding team. So it'll be interesting to see how Belleville fares up against MacArthur. So should be an exciting game coming up.
I don't think there's going to be any question that whoever wins the championship of this tournament is going to come out highly rated, whether it's a 3A team or a 4A team, because of just how tough this tournament is.
It's been a tough one, and the upper bracket, add those records together compared to the bottom and tell me what you got.
No.
But that's fine. You got to play to win, and you got to earn it, and I think we earned ours tonight.
Yep. It'd be nice to come out of here through victory tomorrow, come out of here 3-1 and go home with a 5th place trophy. I know you'd rather have a championship trophy from the Christmas tournament, but you're going to come out of here facing some competition you don't ordinarily face in the regular season, and you face some tough competition. That should make you better going into the home stretch and for the tournament.
Well, we can't, we talk about this all the time. This is the only time we get to practice it. And if we could practice against this every day, we would be a very, very good basketball team come into the year. But, we don't get that. We do have some teams on our schedule that gives it that. But playing this type of competition 4, 5, 6 times a year doesn't prepare you at the end to where you could be consistent against this. So we got to do the best we can, and I know our kids are working, and they understand that they got a chance to be a pretty good basketball team as long as they keep working hard.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming up and joining us on the post-game show. We'll let you go. Dinner ought to taste much better tonight after a victory in the second game tonight. Pretty good win against a really good O'Fallon basketball team. And I was trying to think, you mentioned holding them to 10 points. I don't think they scored from some point in the second quarter all the way through till early in the fourth quarter. So you held them quite a number of minutes without them scoring a point on the floor.
Yeah, and that's good to see, even though, like I said, they didn't play with a lot of intensity and so forth. But still, they're a 4A team that's only lost 3 or 4 games, if that. I don't know what their record is. Yeah. But they haven't lost many. And even to hold a team, a 4A school, to 10 points through 3 quarters, that's a pretty good effort.
Well, again, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Thanks for coming up. And we missed it. I didn't realize we missed it, that you had coached 1,000 games here. What was that, the first game here? That was his 1,000th game at Lincoln Community High School?
I have no idea.
Well, that's what somebody else said. It was 1,000 games you coached here at Lincoln High School. That's a lot of bus rides, my friend.
Well, just more than half of them were at Roy S. So.
You got a short ride there.
Yeah, about 2 blocks.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of work to do there at Roy S. just to get ready and break down after a game, too.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. We'll let you get going, and we'll wrap it up here on the post-game show. Congratulations on the win, my friend.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Lincoln goes out of here with a 45-22 victory. We play at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon, and again, we do not know who the opponent is yet. It will be the winner of the 9 o'clock game here tonight at Collinsville. And we're getting set here for Decatur, MacArthur, and Belleville East. And guys, this ought to be a barn burner. So we'll let you watch that on the K-Hawk YouTube channel. But Josh and I will be back with the call tomorrow afternoon at around 2 p.m. So for our cameraman, our ace cameraman, Ryan Awe, who needs some additional funds now after spending a very expensive lunch, for my broadcast partner, Josh Komnick, for station manager, Jim Ash, for Lloyd Kirby, for Joe Lee running the board back at the station, who helped us out quite a bit tonight through our difficulties. We'll try and get those resolved for tomorrow. This is Jay Harden. Once again, we know Railer Nation is very happy with the 45-22 victory here tonight. Please patronize our sponsors. They do a wonderful job in supporting Lincoln Rail Splitter basketball. Let them know you heard about them here on WLCN. Again, good night and thanks for listening. We're done here from Collinsville High School. Lincoln wins it 45-22.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Railer basketball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Me Realty, locally owned and operated. Me Realty is Logan County's top producing real estate agency year after year. Call 217-735-5424 or browse listings online at merealty.com. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience, serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Thank you for watching WLCN's coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.